Hey everyone, it's the Regan, but that's what everyone, aka no one, used to call me that. But now, after nearly 2 years of the same crappy Regan and the same, username since 2023, it's time for a change, and I decided to change it to Bolin Magua just for better search results in YouTube. But that's not really the topic of the video. If you couldn't tell via the gameplay in the background, I tried breaking my highest round in Black Ops 2's town, and that's really a good thing after the monotony of pre-patch Black Ops 3, which to be honest, I have to make another entire video just to explain it. And one thing I want to say is I am not the best in survival maps, excluding all that was knocked down to, especially most BO2 maps, especially since 50% of the launch maps are just survival maps, and transit is practically us, so hell no, I'm never playing transit. And one thing I would say is this game is the most trashiest zombies game I've ever played in the entirety of my life. Since I lost my quick revive due to the most stupid downs in history while using the Reagan and Mustang and Sally's, and one thing I would say about Town is they should have added PhD Flopper, but of course not. So after those embarrassing downs, I had to just trade both the Reagan and Mustang and Sally out for a DSR, which is packed with iron sights, and then a packed hammer for insta kills. And of course, the strategy I use is the strategy everyone uses in town, which is just training all the zombies up behind the semi, doing figure eight trains, and then just leading them into the bar, just sniping their heads off with the iron sighted DSR. I couldn't really open the bank door because of how the strategy, needs a close. Since opening the bank door just says, "Hey, you open this up, let's run all the training spots for you." Hey, unless you got speed cooler, and I decided not to. And the packs I rocked with were Juggernog, Double Tap, and Stamina Up, since I couldn't grab a fourth pack because Speed Cola and all that, bank door crap, and then I ran out of quick revives, so I practically couldn't get any more. So I had no option for a fourth pack. And now, one thing I would say about Town is I'm not really the biggest fan of BO2 zombies. Maybe I will if I play all the other maps. But I do love Town since it implies that philosophy of knocked down Toten from World at War. Simple mechanics to mess around with, no complicated mess for a Packer Punch quest. And I would be a bit controversial with it, and maybe I could use another video to talk about it. Damn, I just said that twice actually. But I would say one thing. I mean, maps like Shadows of Evil, Gorod, Trovy, Origins, they're all good. But that mess of a Packer Punch quest, I don't really like it. But who really cares? I mean, I'll just be part of the majority who are practically insane. And yeah, I am kind of insane, but I prefer simpler stuff like turning on power, link teleporters, or turn on the defcons in like maps like Kino, 5, the race, even though I never played the race. But yeah, something around like that. So it can be a bit more easier, something you can just do without stressing yourself. Like in Shadows of Evil, every time I play it, I have to do the same four rituals just to open Pack a Punch, and most of the time they're annoying. And if you do the second and the fourth one, it spawns a Magma, so I have to deal with that also while killing it. But that's a story for another day, as you can see. And one thing I would say is, please don't hate me on the thing I just said. But anyway, let's just leave that for later. And if it weren't for those stupid downs, I would have reached like mid or early 30s or even the early 40s and then I die. But that's a bit of a stretch since I suck ass in town and I know the DSR might fall off in damage and it might be a two tap to the head. But with double tap 2.0, which is hella overrated, it's a good pack, but it's kind of average, like OG double tap. But no one would really agree on me with that because people will make the excuse like, oh my god, but it doubles like the recharge time of the AATs in Black Ops 3. I mean, I don't think so. It just gives you more chances of it. There's a video on YouTube of Mr. JZM. I hope I said his name correctly, where he explains about how double tap isn't that good. But I really don't know. I'm kind of the opposite way since the COD Zombies fandom is kind of broken and I really don't care. But yeah, that's politically what I want to say. And one thing I would say, the DSR is broken as hell because there are snipers like in Town's case, the Baratem 82. It's not bad, but I don't think you can repack it. I mean, it's a good option if you can't get the DSR out of the box, but and I should have gone for a more snappier weapon, like to aim down sights faster, like the MP5 or the Chicom, because the Hammer, it's an LMG, and the only LMGs in BO2 town, I think, is the Hammer and the RPD, and they are a bit slow. But the Hammer is overall good. Yeah, and I think that's really practically it for this video. Since I have nothing else to say, excluding the usual, leave a like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that post notification button for more content like this, which I just did indirectly, FYI. That's called foreshadowing, kids. Anyway, yada 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 yada. But I hope you guys did enjoy this, and you could go play some town to take off that stress of whatever bothers you in life. And that's practically everything I want to say in this video. I wish it was a bit longer. That's what she said. But no, I really didn't want it to be longer since I have more important things to do. Anyway, this is the Reagan. Peace.